Damn, I mentioned I hate him. Okay. Book check-in. All right, so I guess you're reading another book.
Yeah.
Oh,
It is called hold on, I have it right next to me. Let me just pull it up. It is called it is The Sun Also Rises by Ernest Hemingway.
okay. What's it about?
Um, I mean, this is the book that I'm still trying to understand at the same time.
Yeah, you picked kind of a challenging one. Is this required or is this just you picked it?
It was a required read. Every single time in English, there's two books you have to read.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, yeah, I just chose this one because I assumed I would like it. I mean, I do. I'm gonna need to research a little bit more about it though, so I can understand it a little bit better, but I kind of get it. It's some
Yeah.
guy who's traveling around the world mostly.
Well, he's in Europe mostly, and he's yeah. I mean, it's got like it's typical of the types of books they ask you to read, which there's all these hidden subtle meanings of things.
Yeah.
So
I think
um,
by the end of the week I'll be able to finish this book. I'm almost done with it. I have like 100 pages left to read.
do you have enough to answer the like what chapter are you on and what is happening and you have to know about the characters?
I mean, not really about the characters. I didn't even know there were characters in this book.
Well, there's at least the main one. It's yeah. Do
Yeah.
you know enough about him to write something on this?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm only asking because that's a main part of this assignment here.
Yeah. I
Make sure
can
we can
answer
do that.
the book check-in on my own. I can answer that on my own, but like
Sure.
everything we can do like together.
Okay. All right. So that's one option for us to kind of look at today. Let's go back and look at physical science.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
doing lesson 12, the lab today.
okay. Very good. Now, did
Yeah,
we
lesson
finish?
11 got a 9.
Okay.
We're on lesson
Lesson
16.
lesson 12 is the one you're dropping. Is that right?
Yeah,
That's another lab.
yes.
And then lesson 13 and 14, you have, I think, and 15 we just completed. Is 15 totally done?
Yes.
Okay.
We're on lesson 16.
Okay. So, yeah, that sort of suggests we should go back to English.
Okay.
And I would really try hard to find time to do that lab that you can submit all the other stuff because teachers are going on break as well. You start
Yeah,
looking at the calendar here. They only grade one a day. You're looking at, you know, maybe not, we'd like to next week have all your stuff submitted and kind of caught up. What you've done would be my recommendation.
got it.
So I guess we'll work on this English lesson. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay, let's look here. It's two parts. Find 5 examples of sentences or writings that use transitional devices. Provide your sources if necessary. Be sure to state the type of transitional device used and identify the word representing the device. Base the form of your answer in the example below. Okay. So do we have a list of transitional devices? Here we are. Here's a list of transitional devices. Okay. So you can add, compare, prove, no exception. So to add is the word and compare, whereas, and a bunch of other words as well. These are common ones to prove because a bunch of others. Yet, is a good one for exception, show time. So I guess you're just looking for stuff or you can make something up. for some of these rhetorical devices. You already know to do this. You just maybe didn't know you were doing it, is my guess, when you were writing. So we've got to come up with 5 examples of sentences or writings that use transitional devices. So I guess you can make them up, would probably be the easiest way to do it. And then we'll be clear what we're saying. So um, provide your source of necessary sure state the type of transitional device used and identify the word representing the device. All right, so we just have to grab this. So let me open up a document. All right, so let me just okay. So let me copy and paste in here. Maybe well, we'll just do it together. I'll just pick the devices. Okay. Um, the first transitional device we're going to look at is let me grab a snip of this. I'm just grabbing them in order because these are probably the order most people most commonly used in. So we're gonna use the word to one of these words to add, which is to add information to. So let me share that screen and we'll get started. So you're gonna have to come up with some sentences, or I'll come up with some sentences and you can add to them. I'll try to pick them off based on things we've already been talking about. Um, we actually could just go back to some of the writing you've already done and have them. So the so let's write a sentence here. So we want to talk about let's talk about your dog.
Okay, let's talk about my cutie patootie type dog.
Yeah. Give me a one sentence description of your dog.
He is fluffy.
Okay. Can you type that word please in the chat?
Yeah, I think
Maybe
that's
give me
very descriptive,
it's
totally.
kind of simple. I mean, if you want to add to more detail to it, I'd be okay with that as well.
I'm trying to. Our dog is very fluffy and he's gives a lot of kisses. I don't know. You said because the
That's
first time
right.
that, that okay. My dog is finally starting to love me. I mean, like I mean, like I'm not saying he didn't love me before, but he's loving me more now because I'm giving him more treats and I scratch him more and he likes people that scratch him. So basically, I don't know.
Okay. So so the device is the word and.
Okay.
Okay. And no, sorry, to add is the device. and is the word that represents the device. So I'm just following what they give you here. Is that okay? Like we're just giving an example and yeah, we'll just do it that way. Okay. Um, so I don't know. I mean, this is not a very complicated assignment. That's okay. Let's look at the next let's look at the next device to compare. Okay. Um, so we're gonna compare, and why not compare you and your friend who figure skates. Okay. So you want to basically give a sentence about yourself and then compare to your friend. Maybe it's your style or your I don't know, approach to skating.
A sentence about myself and then compare it my friend. I
Yeah, to
don't know.
your friend that's figure skating, something that's similar. I'm sorry, something that's different between you guys. I'm sure even though you guys are have some similarities, there's some differences.
I have a dog, but my friend that skates has a
No,
cat.
no, no. We got to talk about figure skating. We got to do something different. We can't just talk about dogs. Like your
Oh, okay.
figure skating style. I mean that's one option. If you don't like that, I can come up with another.
Can you come up with a better one?
Okay. Um, so I want you to talk about two different restaurants. Fast food maybe, fast casual. Fast
Okay.
casual is like Chipotle versus I don't know, Payway or something.
Can I say like I like Chick-fil-A, but my friend likes In-N-Out or vice
Yeah,
versa?
exactly.
I have to capitalize In-N-Out. Oops. All right. Just typed it in chat, and yes, that's how you spell Chick-fil-A. I had to search it up as well.
Is the word while in this list here?
Is what?
Is the word while in this list here?
Yes.
I'm not
Wait,
seeing
no,
it.
I can't reel. I can't reel. I can't read. Um,
But you got to use a word from the list. That's thing one.
oh, I can't
Think
just say, however, my friend.
that would be okay. Now, I want. I just these are kind of weak sentences. Like I like In and Out, however, my friend likes Chick-fil-A. Like that's. Could you give me like a little bit more depth? Like why do you like In and Out, and why does your friend like Chick-fil-A? The point of
Yeah.
this exercise is not just to write as quickly as possible. It's to give a little bit more depth to your answers.
I just wrote it.
Okay, it's a little bit. So we're what I was hoping for. This is too much. So I was looking for something like this, and I should have been more clear because we don't want to use the same. We don't want to like dive into the other uh, transition devices. So it would be like I like the fries from In and Out. My friend likes the waffle fries from Chick-fil-A. That's kind of more what I was looking for
Uh-huh.
because you're only comparing one thing. Now you could do what you said, which is the but because is more of the is a different it's the different type of transitional device. So next thing here is we want to add something that says what the transitional device is. We're going to say to compare is the device. Which word is the which word represents the device in this? Which is the
Um,
comparison word?
it's however.
However, there you go. Okay, great. Any questions on that?
Nope.
Okay. So this is what you were trying to do. This is the to prove. Um, okay. This is something that you feel like strongly about. Like, do you have a favorite Disney movie?
I do.
Okay. So I want you to tell me what your favorite Disney movie is, but then tell me why. And that's what you're approving here.
Oh ho ho. I'm so ready for this because
Okay.
this movie has been my favorite since I was 3 years old. Yup. That's how you know. I've maybe watched this movie maybe too many times to count. I don't know. All right, there we go.
Let me take a look. Okay, so the one of the so if I were and this is more just because we're talking about writing, um, you want to leave like your opinion out of it. You want
Oh,
to instead of saying I love the designs, you want to say that because the designs for each character are what, and the
are unique.
soundtrack is what. Yeah, like those are better words rather than just saying, well, it's my favorite because I like it. You want to say, well, it's back in the chat, because you want to basically where those three dots are. You want to give more of an explanation.
All right.
So do you mind just revising that slightly, please?
Yeah. Okay. Here's what I wrote.
Okay. All right, that's much better. Right. So, could you follow the pattern that we've got here? We'll make it in bold, I guess. Could you,
It's
could-
because,
yes, could you type out a sentence that basically is the same thing here for your,
sure. So you want me to say to compare,
this one's though to prove.
um,
To prove is the
so,
device, and which word is
okay.
the presents device? You already said it because.
All right, there we go. I just wrote it.
Okay, let's take a look here. Perfect. Okay. All right. So the last one, not the last, I think this is the fourth one. We got to do a couple more. All right. So this one's about time. Let me grab it. More time. Snipping tool. Make sure we copy that. Oh, come on. So, okay. So to show time. So this is and I want you to use the example of your lab report, your or the next lab.
So like, how would I write that out?
Maybe you, so this just any of these words that show time. So you could say um, after a few hours, I will complete my lab, or um, first I will collect the object. Next, I will measure the drop times. If you don't like that,
Yeah, I don't really.
okay. So let's talk about let's talk about something that you will do later today.
Okay. Later today I'm gonna go to practice.
Okay. So I think the word after a few hours is good, but give me a little more detail than just saying practice. Like tell me what you're gonna do at practice.
I'm gonna work on my spins and jumps.
Okay. That would be good enough. Add that in, please.
Okay, I wrote it.
All right. So did you use one of the words from here? Yes, you did. All right. Okay. So to show time is the device. And then which word is the representing the device?
Which word is representing the device?
Yeah. Which one
It's
did you choose
later.
from this later? There you go. Good. All right. Let's get another one.
How many more of these do we have to do?
Said five. I think we're on the fourth one. Let's make sure here.
Yeah, we should
Five
count
examples.
them.
One, two, three, four. Yeah, we got more.
Oh, okay. I was like, ain't no way we already did. I was like, I thought we already did five.
All right. It's probably the easiest for you to do. All right. So I want you to think of your own example here for this example. You do this a
Given a
lot when we talk. I will ask you about something and you actually say, for example.
Oh, I say it a lot.
Well, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean like this should be very straightforward for you because you do this pretty.
Ah, perfect. That's like a good and bad thing.
It's a good thing. It's really a good thing that you're just illustrating something. Um,
Got it. Can I start off the sentencing, for example?
yes.
Um, okay, cool. Now I have to think of what I'm gonna say, for example. Oh, and wow, I'm actually struggling to think of something to say. For example, the blah blah blah. I don't know. I don't know what to
Okay.
say.
Well, I'll grab another one here. Another rhetorical device. We'll see if not rhetorical device, transitional device. Maybe this will be easier for you.
Okay.
So here's another one. To summarize or to conclude. This other one here is the show sequence. You do that a lot in your lab reports. Doesn't matter to me what you choose. Just you have to choose one.
I guess I don't know. Hmm. I think I'll try the for example again. Um, okay, here's what I wrote for the for example one. I tried at least.
Okay. Let me try to help here. Um, I really enjoy the fine arts. For example, what am I doing there? What am I doing?
You're giving an example of fine arts.
Okay. Now
Can I
you,
use that?
yeah, but we need to change it slightly. 'Cause I think of ballet as fine arts, and same with figure skating. You can disagree. I don't mean any disrespect for that, but
Yeah.
the
No,
idea
ballet
is
is more classical because it's been around for like ages.
um, and they do both require a lot of flexibility, maybe and skill, I could say.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's grab this. So to give an example, is the device, and the word, for example, is the word that represents the device. All right. Is that good enough? That's part one of this. On part two.
What?
Part two says, look at the list of rhetorical devices listed on the above site. I will grab those. Briefly explain in your own words what they are, provide an example for each. Be sure to identify the device, the explanation, the example. All right.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to start with, I'm going to pick ones that I know are common for people to use. All right. So alliteration is the first one. So alliteration is I don't really like the example here, but it would be like the um, mighty magical moose. So they tend to reuse the first letter or consonant sound. You probably don't even know you're doing this when you do it. Um,
Yeah, because like I'm not thinking of like when have I used
cold,
this?
creamy, uh, uh,
Ice cream.
ice cream, right? Something like that.
Okay, cold and creamy. Now I want Cold Stone. Cold
Right.
Stone Creamery.
And see, that's why do you think the name is Cold Stone Creamery when they're doing this? So
Man, maybe I should get Cold Stone after practice. I am near
that's
one.
it's totally
You're
up to
fill
you.
you're giving me ideas, Matthew. You should not be
Uh,
doing this.
I would recommend protein shake, some vegetables, and
I eat
but
vegetables every day. I don't even remember the last time I had Cold Stone. I think it was 3 months ago.
damp, dark doorway. So any of these kind of could work here. The first thing you have to do for me is explain what alliteration is in your own words, and hopefully you can see that it's the same sound, related words. So could you give me a sentence or two that's describing alliteration, please?
Sure. An example of an alliteration.
You're not an example. I'm looking for a description of what alliteration is in your own words. Now that I've
Okay.
given you some examples, you can read what's there.
Okay. I tried to paraphrase the definition of it.
All right, that was good. Okay, so now an example. You got to give an example here. For example, what is your example going to be?
Hmm.
I'm going to force you to make your own. You can't use any of these.
I'm just looking at them for example.
One of the ways you can do this is think of something like figure skating, which starts with F. Are there some other words that start with the letter F that are related to figure
Like
skating?
I just thought like for figure skating like fancy and fun. That's all I can
Right.
fancy
I was thinking
fun.
fast or fun or any of those are
Okay,
great.
so how about like fancy fast figure skating? I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and put that into a sentence, please.
Okay. There you go. I just wrote it.
Gotta be a full sentence though. Okay. So
You have to write a whole full sentence?
yes, yes, yes. So I'm sorry.
Uh,
What I gave you was only part of it. Like, can't wait to go after practice and get some cold, creamy ice cream from Cold Stone Creamery. You have to give a full sentence.
this is outrageous.
Yeah. All right. Give me a sentence, and we'll pause here for our break. Yeah, please.
Fine. Actually, let's go to the ice rink for some fancy
Yes.
fast figure skating.
Yes. That worked. That worked.
Okay, there we go.
All right. So we will pause here for about 10 minutes, and I will see you back shortly. Thanks, Ivana. You have a great
All
break, and I'll
right.
see you in about 10 minutes.